everybody. Mr. Pace, thank you for stopping by. I know you have better things to do, and I'm glad you took the time to stop here. A little cup of Dunkin' Donuts always goes a long way. Recently, you should have received a piece of mail, or as I like to call it, the literature from Starlight 11. Your ballot. Okay, it's going to come with a piece of paper, blue. Turn it around and read both sides. Here, we have the names of the candidates, or as I like to call them, the controllers of your lives. Only one of them doesn't really want to do that. We'll get to that in a minute. They want you to take this, rip off the bottom, put it inside this secrecy envelope. One thing about secrecy is, secrecy only works if you don't know who the person is sending it back. On the front of the envelope, you'll see they put on a nice little stamp, but on top of it, they did something even better. They put who it's from. Now, the reason why I'm one of those people that believes you shouldn't do that is because, well, at some point in time, you'll start to believe in who's voting for who. And there's nothing to stop anybody from going, well, geez, you know, the Smiths and the Steves and the Bobs and the Peters all voted for Ron, throw it away. The reason why I don't believe that a management company should have a ballot box in their office is because, one, it's not secure, and number two, they have a financial stake in the outcome of an election. I want to go over that again. If you've ever noticed that 90% of the people, 99% of the people that are coming after me all had a financial stake in the district, which all led to water. That's fact. Now, so let's go over some facts. Who on this list hasn't been on a board and sued you, the homeowners, in filing 11? Me. Everybody else has. How many people on this list has sent out letters of admonishment telling you that you're bad human beings? Everybody but me. So let's go over the difference between me and them. Micah Howell said that my wife was entitled to lose her share of this property and be treated like a convicted criminal in a lawsuit that was dismissed. And then after an internal audit by U.S. Bank, well, she was cleared as well as I was. Now, the reason why that's relevant is because, well, Micah Howell and his wife also think that you're nothing but trailer park scum. Because if they're not here to tell you what to do along with, well, Mattson and LaCroix, you're going to let this place turn into a garbage dumpster. I believe otherwise. Now I'm telling you again. So, why is that relevant? Well, the relevancy of it is simply this. I believe that you, as a property owner and a family member, hopefully you got family, maybe a single mom, don't know. Not going to go there, but let's go with this. So you come home, you buy this house, you drive down the street, you like the house, you buy it because your wife's telling you it's the best thing since sliced bread. And if mama happy, everybody happy. But the problem is, what mama doesn't realize is, it comes with a whole ton of baggage. This is the baggage. Lawsuits, liens, letters of admonishment, all those things that, well, gave you the idea that when buying a house here, they would protect your property value. Again, a big fat lie. Some other issues that you may not be aware of. Well, when in 2014 they were supposed to hold a vote and memorialize that vote and get a vote of the owners as per the contract that you got when you closed, that never happened. And Micah Howell, the thief that he is, stole your rights. I'm sure their lawyers are going to come up with some great little excuse as to why, but I've asked Mr. LaCroix and Mr. Mattson to do two things for me. Neither one of them have done either one of them. Okay? And the sad truth of it is, if they had just done at least a little bit of it, I couldn't be talking about it now, right? I still want to see the articles of incorporation. You haven't produced those. Now, I, as a candidate in any election, less government intrusion, more rights for you and your family, people staying out of your business, and, well, if you don't cut your grass all the time, it's okay. Stuff happens, okay? What they want to do, letters of admonishment and lawsuits. Pretty much the two things they can do to you, they have done. Now, Micah likes to make these off-the-cuff threats about, well, you better get things right. Or what? What are you going to do now? You're no longer a warrant officer. What are you going to do? What are you going to do if I walk into a room and I start jacking you up? Nothing, because you can't. The documents I found were while you were on the board. You did sue and screw people, and a lot of them. Now, what you did do is you're a thief in the fact that you stole rights. Now, the reason why the other board members here are involved in this is because I pointed this out in very meticulous fashion in my emails. Basically explain to them, if you don't have the truth, well, we're in trouble. They don't even have the documents. Why is that relevant, and why would you vote for them over somebody else? Okay, you don't want to vote for Ron, so let me tell you what a vote for them gives you. An unhappy wife, unhappy children, unhappy husband, unhappy family. It's fact. They don't want you to have rights. They don't want you to think. They want you to live the way they're going to tell you how to, or else, because you bought a house in a covenant-protected community. Yeah, I agree with that. You did, but you didn't buy a house in an HOA. You bought a house in a DRC, which, by the way, according to the documents filed, was supposed to go away when they were done building. Not even to mention the fact that the 51 homes or the other additional issues that were brought up, they don't care. They don't care about your rights. And that's a fact. And actions speak louder than words. Mr. Pace's actions. More rights, more voting, less government intrusion, less harassment, happy wife, happy husband, happy kids. Ron, but you've sued and done all these things. Right, to protect the house that Micah Howell thinks that me and my wife should have lost. Or that I'm a criminal and a scumbag, and yes, and all the things that were printed about me. And it's funny, I'm still here. I still own the house, and I haven't gone to jail, and I haven't been indicted for embezzlement and check kiting and all these other things that Micah Howell was referencing, and supporting as part of the Get Ron gang. Because if it was true, see where I'm going? Okay. So I want you to enjoy the house that you bought, the property that surrounds that house. I want your kids to go out and play. I want you to go meet your neighbors in a way that you're supposed to do it, and believe that the veteran that you're listening to right now believes in that flag. I understand you bought in a covenant community. What you did not buy into was Starlight 11. Someone's a thief, and it's not me. One way or the other, no matter how this vote goes down, I'm the only one that hasn't sued and screwed the neighbors. And I don't want to. And the biggest fallacy, the big myth, like other things I believe in, according to George Carlin, because I like him, is that they're basically predicating everything that they are on this falsehood of property value. They have nothing to do with it. That's the big one in the room. It's the elephant that they can't prove. There is no documentation to support the claim that having an HOA improves or protects your value. No. And let me tell you why. It's real simple. And you don't believe me, get out of the assessor's office and have a talk with them. The economy, a great economy and a great president do that. Filings 1 through 10 properties, if not meet, but beat our property values. You know why? They don't have an HOA. And people are claiming that a few handful of properties over there don't look so good. So what? If I lived over there and I had a chance to buy a house in that community, I would. You know why? Because then I could put up my big shed, my workshop, and maybe have a couple of chickens running around. Who knows? Or whatever. Right? But that's just me. I don't mind a fifth wheel. I don't mind a hard-working blue-collar person with a trailer. I don't mind that someone drives up in a $100,000 RV and parks it in their yard. Because unlike the Howells, who think that you're nothing more than trailer park scum without them lording over you, I happen to believe a little bit more about you and your family. Because we don't need to be telling you how to live your life on your property. And things happen, folks, to all good people. Not the Ron you were expecting, were you? I don't have to beat up on any of these people. They beat up on themselves with their letters and their lawsuits. Will I have a chance to maybe take them into a civil litigation action? More likely than not. And not because I want to, but because they forced me to do it after I very politely and nicely asked them for documents. Didn't get them. Nothing against them, but if you want to slam the truth in my face, do it. I'm giving you the opportunity very nicely. But if you vote for Mr. Howell and what him and his wife are all about, or what they think about you and your family, it'll be the biggest mistake of your life. But that's what you want. If what you want is people like that think very little of you and your family, then by all means vote for them. I just happen to think that the people here could do the same thing without an HOA. Just my opinion. I just think a little bit more of the people here in this community. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, anyhow, I want to thank you for stopping by. And remember, I'm a veteran just like some of the people watching this video. So who do you believe in? The guy that really believes in our president and the rights of the people? Or a bunch of individuals that get together once a month to sue and screw people? I don't like it. It doesn't do anything to protect or enhance the values of the properties in this community. But it does destroy families and make people cry and put people in fear and things like that. Things that people claim I did. You might be wrong. Because when someone's fighting for the roof over their head, they have a right to get a little pissed off, wouldn't you think? Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to vote. Even if it isn't for me, I don't care. It's okay. At least you voted. But I believe in stealing and thievery and taking away people's rights is something that no one's allowed to do because it's not a right if someone can take it away from you.